What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel and thanks for rocking with me. I appreciate it. I had a subscriber reach out. I did a video. I think the title was Men Want to Be Chased While Chasing Other Women, something like that. And I had a subscriber reach out, and I'm paraphrasing, but in so many words, they said, Professor X, how do we stop needing the validation from women? And I'm saying several women. We all want, but the subject matter was, we need this validation from several women. We enjoy that feeling that we get when you have several women or several women want you. And he wanted to know, how do we get away from that and evolve into something better, something different. So I want to answer that in this video. And again, this is all my opinion, but I have walked down this road. I've been there. I have had friends that have been there. I have had friends, and I have friends that are there now. So I'm not wanting to say that I'm an expert on the matter, but I feel like I have enough intel and insight to give the response that I'm going to give. The first thing that I want any man to know that's truly trying to break that cycle is you have to first understand that, and you have to be honest with yourself. So what I'm about to say is going to require a level of honesty with yourself. Nobody's around. You're just watching this video. Validation seeking, when a man wants several women, is about insecurity and emptiness. You're gonna listen. You got to be honest with yourself. I know the first thing your ego want to say is, "Man, you don't know what you're talking about. That's you. That's not me. Maybe you was insecure." Listen what I'm telling you. Listen what I'm telling you. Validation seeking is about insecurity somewhere inside of you as a man, and emptiness. Men who chase, remember, I've been on that path before. Men who chase multiple women are trying to fill a void. Okay? They either want to feel important, they either want to feel attractive. But this one right here, I think, is what, at least in my experience and the people that I know right here, they want to feel valued. You can have a man that is in a relationship with a woman. He could even be married. But he may feel that the woman don't value him either enough or at all in a relationship or a marriage. He then can go get a side chick. She may not value him mentally any more than the wife or the girlfriend, right? But when he puts her in the bed, the way she hoops and hollers to a man that doesn't understand himself and purpose and has insecurity and emptiness. Y'all men know what I'm talking about. You can have a pretty good relationship with a woman, but you may feel she don't value you, and you can go get a side chick who know how to tune that thing up in the bed. We grown folk here. She get on all fours, and y'all know the Great Dane, in the Great Dane position. And you go to holler, then you flip it up, and here she go, oh, you see her head just like she listening to some music. She's bouncing. She said, "Man, I'm killing this thing right here." And because you don't realize that void, what she doing is she feeding you and giving you a false sense of validation as a man. You will think you a real man because you killing the kitty cat. So pow, pow, pow. So boom, boom. So pow, spot, spot. I'm doing it. And you go back home and you go back to a relationship, or you single and you got 3 or 4 of them that can act that way. You get tired of Sally, Sue. You get tired of Sue, Tracy. You get tired of Tracy, Yolanda. You get tired of Yolanda, Shamika. All of them give off a different perfume, different sound. Boom, pop, hey. One like to lay that way, one like to lay that way, one like to lay that way. One don't like to lay that way. You follow me? All of it is building you up. You think because somewhere you don't feel valued within yourself as a man. And attention from women, especially sexual attention. When you know as a man, I ain't worth a yam. Put the D on there instead of the Y. I ain't worth a yam. But then you can make some beautiful women go crazy. Make you feel attractive. Make you feel valued. It serves no purpose in the real span of real life. It serves zero purpose that she hooted and hollered for 25 minutes. It didn't pay a bill. It didn't give no more knowledge. It didn't give no wisdom, no insight, no nothing. You didn't get a degree. You didn't learn about no real estate. She didn't learn nothing. But within, make you feel valued. But here's what you have to remember. You don't really want her as a woman. This is where women get hurt. When we in that path and in that lane, we don't really want the woman. We want how the woman makes us feel about ourselves. See, women, y'all got a lot of power. I don't want to be too explicit, but y'all know how to grab that thing and touch that thing, twist that thing, rub that thing. Get it the way we like it. Freakier you are, y'all got a lot of power. But remember, if a man is caught up in that lane, he don't really, and that's why women get hurt. He don't really want you. He want how you make him feel about himself. He don't really want you. Then when he move on to the next one, you hurt and you broken because you done did some stuff with him. You done let it all go with him. You done put it all where in all kind of places. Yeah. And you thought that was gonna make him want you more. You didn't realize he didn't want you. And men, you have to realize you don't really want her. You want how she makes you feel. And if your self-worth depends on how many women can respond to you sexually, you will always be broken inside. Because there's not enough women in the world that can fill that void. All you can do is go from one woman to another woman to another woman. And you still gonna be, that's why you have to go on a search for another woman. Because that emptiness, that void, that brokenness is still there. And something inside of you says, go fill it again. So you got to go get another hit. It's that dopamine. Yeah, you know when you playing basketball, football, and you tied up and they throw you the rock, they throw you the ball. Back in the day, they used to say they throw you the rock, and you hit your little jumper, boom, y'all win. That rush that comes over you, that feeling of reward, and you feeling that. And you think that you can get it in the arms or the legs or the behind of women. And as long as your self-worth depends on that, you will stay broken inside. You got to sit down. You got to do what I did. You got to sit down long enough with yourself and ask yourself the question that most men will not ask, and that is, why do I need validation from women to feel like a man? You got to ask yourself that question. What is it that's in me that makes me need the validation from several women in order for me to feel like a man? Most men do not take the time to sit alone long enough to answer that question. Because when they sit alone for too long, they don't feel valuable enough and they got to go bust somebody else. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, men. You got to sit down long enough with yourself and say, why do I feel the need to get validation from all these women? Most men don't ask themselves the question, so most men stay in the cycle and repeat the same behavior. Why do you think the men who get the most kitty cat are the Pookies and Ray Rays of our society? Because they know they bring very little to the table except for strong D, strong sausage. They can throttle this one out, throttle this one out, throttle that one out, get that one pregnant. She don't get pregnant, get them two pregnant. Nobody taking the chance. They value is just who they can smash. That's what makes them feel valued. You got to go over. You got to evolve beyond that. You have to. Let me wrap this up. You have to recenter your self-worth. You have to find out what is it that you as a man, what your purpose is. What is it? Where can you take your finances? How can you get in the gym? How can you become a better man all the way around? So that when you look in the mirror at yourself, you feel and see the worth within yourself, and you don't need the opinion or the affections or the sex of another woman to give you that, because when you look in the mirror, you know, I know I'm worth something. I've gone on the grind. I've been in the gym. I've lost some weight. I've built up my bank account. I've started that business. I've finished that degree. I've done this. I've done that. I know my worth. I don't need you to validate me, because you can hoot and holler for a few minutes while I got you in this bed. And until you get to that point where your validation comes from your self-worth of yourself, then women will always be able to run you around with their kitty cat. And you always will need the validation of other women, because one woman is not going to be able to do it for you. You're going to need her to do it, and you're going to need her to do it a different way than the first one. And you're going to need her to do it a different way than the first two. And she don't like to put it in a certain place, but she got good. So you need what she got that's good, but she'll put it in all the places, but her house is dirty. But she'll put it in one of the places, but she could cook. I'm telling you. Validation seeking is about insecurity and emptiness. And most of the time, from what I have seen in men, it's because they do not understand the value, or they're not receiving the value that they think they deserve from either within, or let's just say if they're in a relationship, from the one that they're with. They have misplaced sense of value. So because it's misplaced and it's not directed in the right place and in the right form, they find it between the legs of several women. Recenter your identity. Build your own self-worth. This is why I'm valuable as a man, and let it be that has nothing to do with women at all. This It's why I'm valuable as a man. And when you can answer that question looking in the mirror to yourself, you will stop the validation from other women. Get it, got it, good.